Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 15. Welcome to another beautiful morning in Oklahoma. Here, the sun is coming up, or if you look at this side, the sun is already up, depending on which side of the map you want to look on here. I'm not sure what's going on with the sunrise sun situation, everyone, but it clearly looks like there's a sun over here, and then there is definitely a sun coming up. That looks more like a sunset to me, to be honest, everyone. But anyway, there's I guess a sun coming up over here as well. Anyway, since the last episode, finished harvesting field 6, also finished planting field 6, finished harvesting field, let's see, which I think all the fields are actually harvested at this point. Field 1 is done, as is field 2 and 3, right? Actually, let's check the map here a minute, just to make sure I've actually got that. Yep, 1, 2, and 3 are done, and field 6 is still currently growing. We got some spots over there. That's kind of weird. Not sure what's up with that, but anyway. Looks like actually we got a section ready to harvest too. I don't know. Can't tell. Can't zoom in on this map, so I can't really tell what's going on. Anyway, we got to get fields 1, 2, and 3 replanted. Also want to check the horses here as well. How are the horses looking? 23 horses that can be sold. We got 49 young animals still there yet. Productivity 0%. I'm not sure why it says 0% there. That's maybe just we caught it at the wrong point or something like that. It looks like they have everything they need. Not sure if having more animals in there yet or not. Everyone actually speeds up the process. I haven't quite determined that one yet. So again, like, is there a benefit to having more than 50 animals in there? You know, if we double it to 100, do they actually reproduce quicker? I don't know. Not really sure on that one. I gotta kind of watch those numbers a little bit closer. Or again, if anyone knows, throw it down in the comments there. So anyway, let's get started with some planting fields 1, 2, and 3 here. We got 2 different planters. We'll probably get all of them going. Oh, there it is on the other side. I was gonna say, where's the other planter? Yeah, we got the other planter under here somewhere. We need to give these tractors a bath here a minute. Someone has not been washing their equipment. Tisk tisk. Yeah, we'll give this DB90 a quick bath here. This DB90 actually takes a bit to wash here sometimes. Like, some parts of it, obviously, I mean, as you can see, clean off relatively quickly, but other parts, like, okay, still cleaning. Still cleaning, yeah. I think we're actually probably pretty good, right? Yeah, sure. And then same thing with the tractor. We'll give the tractor a quick bath here. And, by the way, just an update on the challenge status here with my console oven. We're still working on figuring out some challenges we can do yet. I think we got a couple of good ones we're probably going to incorporate. Definitely a lot of comments from folks saying they wanted to see something on silage, which I've kind of been wanting to do myself, everyone. So I think we'll definitely be probably doing something with that. Also, quite a few people said something with cows, which, again, I wasn't planning on doing any cows on this series, everyone, but it seems like everyone wants to see cows, so we'll probably do something with that. You know, there's been a couple of suggestions anywhere from 300 to 500 cows. There was also some suggestions for forestry. I'm not sure if we can even do much for forestry on this map. Does this tree have a collision? No, this tree doesn't have a collision. Is there even a forestry section on the map? Because I had mentioned earlier here, you know, maybe trimming up them trees that are over by field 6 there, but those trees do not have a collision on them, everyone, which I don't think we can cut them down if they don't have a collision on them. So they're just fake trees, if you will, over there. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not sure. Oh, let's actually look at the map here. This map will be better. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if there's actually even a forestry area on this map. I don't know that forestry is necessarily an option. It breaks my heart over. What a shame. What a shame. We can't do any forestry. Oh well. We'll have to just, we'll just have to live with it, everyone. Just have to live with it. No forestry. Which, to be honest, it kind of makes sense. Oklahoma, right? I don't think Oklahoma has a whole lot in the way of, like, forestry possibilities in real life either. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but... Okay, we got you going. Which planter do we want to run? Probably run this one. I think we're going to run the DB90. Let's go get a hired worker or something going on this planter, which are both set up for soybeans here at the moment. And I suppose, you know, I need to check the other DB90 today. Probably should have checked that before I went over there. I'm so used to Farming Sim in 19 when you don't really, because hired workers, unless you turn it off, everyone, hired workers do not use seed and fertilizer, right? too far away. Or maybe it's full on fertilizer. Maybe it's full on fertilizer. Okay, I guess it was full on fertilizer. That's why I did not want to fill. Again, as I mentioned before, when you can tell that Farming Simulator 15 here is not set up to handle multiple fill types connected to the same, piece of equipment. Obviously, that thought had not occurred to Giants here, apparently. It did not occur to them that someone would come out with a seeder like this that has a seeder on the back that holds seed and a tank on the front that holds fertilizer. Again, I'm assuming that's due to a limitation in the game here. That you can only have one fill type there. Obviously, in 19, when you can have multiple fill types on a planter. You can have both fertilizer and seed, and also you can have herbicide on a planter there. We should probably go to field 1, shouldn't we? Yeah, we'll take this to field 1, I guess. Or should we? No, you know what? We're heading this way. Let's go to field 3. We'll go to field 3. Speaking of which, what do we want to plant? Oops. That's rye, right? Wheat, barley, canola. Yeah, how about some canola again? It's been a while since we've done canola, right? I was planning on probably sunflowers on field 2 there. I want to get some sunflowers. We've done sunflowers yet, have we? Don't think so. Or if we have... I don't think we've done sunflowers yet. I don't believe we have, so... Okay, missed that one by a mile. We're making another pass around here. That was not a good turn. Actually, you know what we need to do, everyone? Because of the hired worker here, we need to plant a quick headland here. Otherwise, the hired worker is going to cause us all kinds of problems on the field next to us here. Let's get a quick GPS line going here. Control Z, Control Enter. Nope. We're going to shift that over just to get the full effect, shall we say. See how good am I at back in the setup up here. There we go. That'll work. Okay, canola, turn that on, lower that down, turn the front on. Again, it's a bit janky how it works here in Farming Simulator 15 when it comes to a planter like this that seeds and fertilizes. It's a lot going on. And a hired worker, and even course play for that matter, don't quite understand how to use it either. So again, you gotta make sure you have it all turned on for it. Otherwise, I believe if you do a hired worker and do not turn it on, the hired worker will just put down fertilizer. It just uses the first implement attached, which is the fertilizer tank here. So glad that Giants seen the errors of their way here and have definitely improved upon this. I think it must have been 17 where they finally got their heads in gear and realized this is like a good setup here type of thing, right? Alright, you know what? I don't think it'll let us plant it, will it? Nope, don't understand. Fine. I'm just gonna leave it lower down and on, because otherwise I have to cycle through everything, turn it all off, turn it all back on, raise it up, lower it up. Bit of a pain, again, just the way it's set up here in 15, using a seeder like this. Just a little bit down here. It must not be straight. Oh well. Hire a worker. Again, you could set this up with course, but actually in a situation like this, setting this up with course play actually might be a disadvantage, because course play is not going to know that I already planted a headland along the edge of the field, and it's going to go the full width of the field, potentially get crop in the next field over. So hired worker actually will probably do better in this case than course play would, just as far as like cleanliness of the field goes. Okay, we're going to switch you over to sunflowers, right? Yes, there we go. And get some GPS going myself here. Yeah, pretty good. Turn that on. Oh, yeah. Remember what I was saying a few moments ago about seed, everyone? Yeah. Boy, completely out of seed. I really should look and see if I can get that truck that did the refill, everyone. Should maybe look into that. It might come in handy considering how often you run out of seed. Just turn the GPS back off here again for a moment. Speaking of the challenges there again, if we're going to be doing cows, I should probably look into doing something for hay here at some point then. Again, that's why I've not done anything with the cows. Didn't want to have to deal with figuring out the hay and all that good stuff. Not that there's really a whole lot of figuring out that needs to be done. We just need to get going on it, right? So I suppose, like I said, if we're going to do cows, we should probably do something with hay. So probably look at, actually that's not the right map, is it? Probably look at purchasing a field here or something like that. I don't know, maybe like field 5? That would be an awful lot of hay. Probably don't really need that much hay, do we? Probably not. And then also, if we're going to do cows, probably get some sort of TMR mixer and also storage for said hay, straw, and that type of thing. Because, again, I don't want to use the in-game or on-map storage building here. There's no way to unload that other than with a front loader. And let's say, whoever heard of using a front loader, at least with a regular bucket anyway, for loading up straw? This is a little weird. Seems like a whole lot of weird. On the plus side of it, if we do get some TMR mixers, we could probably check out what I do believe was the coolness of TMR mixers back in 15. They had the adjustable, if I remember correctly, they had the adjustable spouts and pipes and stuff that you could place over the trough that automatically unloaded. We do have that to some extent in 19, but I think 15 was maybe the first time we actually had stuff like that, if I remember correctly. Okay, GPS looks like we're actually lined up pretty good right there. I will take that line. Lower that down, lock on the steering, control W, and away we go. So yeah, like I said, field 5, everyone seems a little big. Gotta remember too, if we plant it in grass, that is essentially going to destroy that field. So we gotta remember that. Actually, field 23 there, that doesn't look too shabby. Still a fairly good sized field. I don't know, I'll have to look at that. We'll have to maybe check that out. We'll see what's maybe like next episode or something like that. We can start working on that. That reminds me, between episodes, then I'm going to have to look and see what I can find for some sort of mixing station. Hopefully I still have the mods for that yet. We'll see once. Figure out which one was the one that works. I still haven't looked and seen what I got for like additional John Deere 8R tractors, either of one. I know I had an 8R on this series. I'm not sure if the one I have now is the one or not. I don't know. Obviously, we got the 8R at the moment, but that 8R at the moment is a little buggy. It does work. You just don't have any HUDs on it, which is kind of annoying. You can't see, like, fill levels, and if you need to push any keys or stuff like that, yeah, you can't see what's going on, so that's kind of annoying. Something about the Lua script error, draw, method, nil values, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, great stuff. Presumably probably missing a mod for that tractor, I'm thinking maybe, but I'm not sure. Not sure. You know, again, it goes back to all the requirements for Farming Sim 15 to get the more advanced mods, shall we say. Mods that had duals on them, or options for duals anyway. Because, again, in the shop, you can't just, like, purchase a tractor with duals unless it actually comes that way. These trees have a collision on them? It would appear not. Just curious. There are poles there, though. Might still want to plant a headland across that, just so we can avoid the poles. The poles do have a collision on them. We were discussing this here a couple nights ago on the live stream, everyone. Which a reminder again, by the way, for those who'd like to catch the RDAllen live streams, which have been a bit sporadic at the moment due to busyness in real life and also extremely crappy internet as of late, everyone. Extremely crappy internet we get for living in the country anyway. But yes, if you'd like to check out the RDAllen live streams, make sure you follow myself over on Twitch. Again, RDAllen on Twitch. Make sure you follow and or subscribe over there if you'd like to help support the channel. And that way you'll get notified when I go live there as well, which again, like I said, been a bit sporadic here as of recent, just again, due to the busyness of real life. And then, yeah, the times I do have time to stream everyone, and it seems like the internet is poop. So, but anyway, we were discussing the other night here, everyone, about, you know, advantages and disadvantages of 15 here, everyone. Overall, I would say there's very, very few advantages in 15 other than the mods. Really, the only thing that gives 15 maybe an advantage are some of the mods that were available in it. And those come down to, again, like I said, the original GPS. Hard to beat the original GPS there, if you ask me. When that, still liking this original GPS. I've obviously used the one in 19 quite a bit. But, start using this one, everyone's like, oh yes, this one, I don't know, feels a little more refined, easier to use. I do like that you have to purchase the GPS in Farming Simulator 19, everyone. I do like that feature. I wouldn't mind seeing that maybe on this GPS, but then like all the features of this GPS and the way it works, I like those better than the one in 19, just my preference anyway. Oh, I guess I did lower down quick enough. Okay. Gotta remember that. We gotta slow this down when we turn. I mean, just, again, the acceleration that's in the game here. But anyway, as we were saying about the Farming Sim 19 and 15, everyone, again, when it comes to 19, I mean, you got the graphics, you got the user interface, you got, there's a lot of mods that 19 has that 15 don't that are really nice, like Heavy Lift. Heavy Lift, a really nice mod here. Definitely missing that a few times there, like when we had the truck flipped over, it's like, oh, 19, everybody could just gone over there, pick the truck up, flipped it back over, be done with it, right? Really comes in handy. At least not that I'm aware of, there was no Heavy Lift mod for 15, I don't think. I don't think there was, anyway. It's not that I recall, anyway. There's also the Map Object Hider mod, and that also comes in handy in 19. That's actually a fairly new mod, to my understanding. Yeah, that mod definitely comes in handy. There's, of course, Courseplay in 15, and I said 15 there, by the way. Courseplay in Farming Sim 15, far, did I mention far? Better than 19. 19, everyone, Courseplay's junk, garbage, trash, excrement, all kinds of just deleted out of your mod folder to be done with that atrocity. Except you kind of need it for field work yet, unfortunately. But yeah, 15, everyone, 15 Courseplay works wonders unloading combines. Again, I gotta emphasize that one. Field 6, Courseplay worked great, other than the one flipped over truck, which I'm not sure how that happened, which, by the way, didn't stop Courseplay. Courseplay was still going yet. I mean, unloading all the rest of the combines, and the combines are still rolling. We had fuel, ran out of fuel. That really is not Courseplay's fault, everyone. We got stuck on poles. That, again, really not necessarily Courseplay's fault. Although, again, like I said, that could have been fixed, or, well, is fixed, sort of, in future versions of Courseplay in 17 and 19, where they added headland support. We definitely missed that one. We're going to back that up here. Didn't lower that one down quick enough. I need to slow that speed down so we don't turn around quite so quick. Slow that down to, I don't know, maybe what? 17, 15? How about 15? 15 sounds like a reasonably quick but a slow enough number, maybe. Yeah, that's definitely not something that seems to be a problem in 19, everyone. You get to the end of the headland there and you go to turn around and the tractor just takes off on you and you gotta have it slow. I don't remember having to do that so much in 19. I will have to say, though, Evan, going back and forth between playing 19 and 15, oh my goodness, that's a bit of a interesting user interface, key binding problem there, if you will. Because again, like this version of Farming Sim, you know, I to bring up the menu, escape just brings up that. That's the escape menu is virtually worthless here in this game. Versus escape in 19, where pretty much all your options are. I is for unloading, Q is for connecting and disconnecting, and also unloading in this version. So, yeah, quite a few oopsies between both games, everyone. Like the other night, I was attempting to unload, and I'm pushing Q. Yeah, I push Q, and it's like, ah, crap. That's right, Q disconnects stuff in this game. You need to do I to unload it in that game. So, yeah, little slight differences. Definitely some major UI improvements, though, in 19. I mean, much, much better. This menu sucks. Not to say they couldn't make some improvements in 19, two of them, but yeah, compared to 15 here, everyone, yeah, they definitely made some improvements there. Much, much better. Looks like we're making some pretty quick progress on field. Actually, it looks like, is he half done in field 3? What? Really? Isn't that far along? Just, I mean, looking at this position on the map, everyone, there, it looks like he's about halfway, doesn't it? What, maybe a third of the way, I'm thinking. Yeah, he's not quite half the way, everyone, but he's pretty close. Probably one more round there, and he'll have it halfway, I would say. Actually, you know what? That round right there probably is going to be about halfway, looking at it. Okay, well, I'll see if we can read a few comments here in a moment. Just Stuff Wolf was saying, for a second there, I thought your thumbnail was Farming Simulator 19 until I looked at the thumbnail on the TV and said 15. Yep, Farming Simulator 15. I probably have called this 19 a few times, I bet, everyone. But, yeah, Farming Simulator 15. I'm always, when I start the recording, it's like Farming Simulator... Oh, 15, right. Yes, 15. Gotta make sure I say 15 here, because this is 15, not 19. Let's see. Just Stuff Wolf was also saying, also Farming Simulator 15 brought in vehicle dirt, and Farming Simulator 13 did not have vehicle dirt. I remember Farming Simulator 13 was my first Farming Simulator game, and it was on the PS3. Farming Simulator 13 on the PS3. Back in the days when they did not have mods for the console. PC, of course, had mods yet. PC has had mods for every single version of Farming Simulator, to my knowledge. It's been kind of one of the benefits, the upsides, I guess you could say, of Farming Simulator series, everyone. They wouldn't say maybe they do the best, but they do attempt to support the mods that are out there to some extent. And at least provide the tools and the abilities to put mods into the game. Because let's face it, Evan, without mods, this game would not be what it is. There's no way I would still be playing Farming Simulator 19 yet. I wouldn't even be playing Farming Simulator 15. It'd play it a couple months, maybe at the most, everyone, and then be done with it, right? Without maps, equipment, and other mods that add additional functionality, just no. This game would not be what it is. Which, of course, goes back to what I've said many times before, everyone. Farming Simulator on the console versus the PC. PC wins hands down when it comes to this, because again, just the mod selection that is available on the PC side of things, everyone, especially when it comes to scripting mods. Scripting mods that add additional functionality to the game. Functionality that arguably should be built into the game in some cases. You guess. That, again, at least as far as you console users go, you cannot have access to those mods due to the fact that there's not... You're not allowed to put third-party scripting mods on the console, unfortunately. Nighthawk Sim had a couple of suggestions for challenges here. I kind of liked a couple of these. See you can harvest the big field the fastest. I like that one. I think we should do that one there, Nighthawk. That one sounds pretty good to me. Also, who can purchase all the fields first? Not sure on that one there, Nighthawk. There's a lot of fields on this map. Don't know that I'd want to own all the fields on this map. That's a lot of fields. Was it 50? I see 50 there. 51. 51. Looks like there might be 51 fields. A lot of smaller fields out down along the bottom and the side there. But yeah, we could potentially... I don't know about... He says the biggest field. Either field 13, I believe, is the biggest field. Or we could just do it at field 6 as well. See who can harvest field 6 the quickest. That might be kind of fun. I like that idea. Scott was also saying for a challenge, you could do 500 cows, no loan. Yeah, 500 cows. That seems like a fairly reasonable number, I would think. As far as no loan, you might have to tell that one to McConsole there, Scott, because McConsole's busy, at least from what I've heard, borrowing money out the wazoo using his little mods again. Forget the name of that mod in 15, that pretty much let you borrow a crap ton of money, which kind of, to some extent, makes sense, because you got to remember, Farming Sim at 15 here, if I remember correctly, I think the max you can borrow is $200,000, which, oh, we actually have a loan yet? I did not realize that. Okay, well, let's pay that off. I did not know we had a loan. Well, we'll just get rid of that loan then. Takes care of that problem. Yeah. But, yeah, like I was saying, you can borrow $200,000, which when you think about it, Farming Simulator, $200,000 gets you basically nothing. Fortunately, I've seen the errors of their way in 19, and to finally increase that amount based on what you own and equity in your farm and that type of thing. Kind of cool. But yeah, like I said, good thing they fixed that, because that was a bit silly. Brian was saying, see how far you can get with taking out a small loan, and see where you can go from there. Well, I don't know. Not sure why we would need a loan there, Brian P, to be honest. Unless, of course, you're McConsole, and he's just borrowing money out the wazoo. But great demand for sunflowers. Whoa, for 24 hours, hey? Well, we are planting sunflowers. I don't know if they'll be ready to harvest in 24 hours, though. It'll be close. Tim also had a suggestion here. I think 300 animals, 1 full silage bunker, and 100 logs, no auto load. As we were saying earlier, I don't think there's actually any forestry on this map, unless we could plant trees, which, heck no. 300 animals, that also sounds somewhat reasonable, unless we do 300 of each. That, oh boy, I don't think we want to do that. And 1 full silage bunker. Definitely interested in that. I won't mind giving silage a try. Because, again, silage everyone in Farming Sim 15 is a little bit different than it is in 19, which I think is even different than it was in 17. Or was 17 when they changed it? Maybe 17 was when they changed it. I mean, I forget exactly. But it is definitely different in 15 here. So I won't mind maybe revisiting that. Folks might find it interesting how silage was done back in 15. So definitely thinking that one. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Okay, one last comment here before we wrap the video up here today. Magnus was saying, I'm enjoying the series, especially this one. Now you can really test out the EU machines. Don't forget to plant root crops. Great video as always. Hey, thank you very much for that there, Magnus. Yes, shame I completely forgot to plant any root crops here. I'm a complete shame. I completely forgot to plant those. And yes, test out those EU machines. I don't think so. Don't think so. About as American as I could get here with this Case Magnum, although it does still have... I mean, yeah, you'd see these tires in the U.S. as well, but it doesn't have any, like, proper dual row crops on it, right? Oh, well. Anyway, everyone, with that, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Having comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.